James, there you are. Okay, James.
Yeah.
Last time you drove a Ford GT, you had a bit of a spin, okay?
Yeah.
This one is worth twice as much and is more powerful, okay?
Yep.
So, all you need to do to make sure that you and the car are gonna be okay is just follow the basic rule of applying the right foot. So, if you do those things, you and the Ford GT gonna be fine.
Okay, park. VMAX mode. It drops. So cool. Drive. Launch control.
Hi, I'm James. Let's rewind a second. This is the Ford GT, the newest one. The last gen, from 2005, tried to spin me into a wall as a gentle reminder that it's a car based on a real race car. And, call it Stockholm Syndrome, or more accurately, a trauma bond, but I've been obsessed with it ever since. And incidentally, this new Ford GT is cut from the same racing cloth. It's a car designed by a small team and a wind tunnel, all with one main goal in mind: speed.
660 horsepower, 3.5 litre EcoBoost. Wow, wow, wow. Oh, the adrenaline. All right, I'm doing that again. That's just too much fun. Oh, God. What's he want? Hey.
How's your F-150 engine?
It is bloody fast, thank you very much. And it's not all F-150, it's different.
Okay, fair enough. Well, listen, I'll see your tractor engine attached to a rather beautiful car, to be fair, and I'll raise you a naturally aspirated V8.
Yeah, but can yours do this?
No.
No, didn't think
Oh,
so.
hold on.
That's a front axle lift.
Yeah, but just wait, I'll push it, and now...
This has that as well.
Oh. All right, race.
All right.
Okay, I'm gonna use launch control. This doesn't quite put its power down like the base C8, which just kind of hooked up anywhere and went off the line. This one takes a little bit more finesse. And I will finesse, because it's going to take all the finesse in the world to beat that, because he's way lighter than me. Way lighter than me.
Okay, this is going to be a game of traction. Cup 2s versus Cup 2Rs, both mid-engine, two American supercars.
Okay, here we go.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go!
Traction, and I'm off. Oh, he got their launch.
Oh, come on.
And now I'm taking him.
Oh no, he's got me at the top end.
Ford GT, $500,000, now $1 million. Oh, it's a good thing this has good brakes. Wow. And the wing popped up for the braking. That is so cool.
Okay, the only thing I can lean on is price. That's all I've got.
All right.
So, just like, how much did each meter cost that you beat me by?
In
Roughly.
depreciation.
Roughly.
No, because
20,000?
No,
50,000?
No, because it's still in profit, really, because if you get an allocation, you're still $500,000 north. So you've only made less profit that day.
Less.
Yeah. You know, but listen, it's not about the dig, is it? Right? Even though I took you there, if you watch the films,
Yeah.
right? Ford versus Ferrari,
Yeah.
Rush,
Yeah.
Rugrats movie, all of them.
100%.
It's all about the roll race. You come around that corner onto the straight.
Yeah.
The sun's shining. It says Willow Springs. The drivers look at each other with yeah.
Okay.
So let's
do
a
one
roll
of
race.
those. All right.
Yeah,
All right.
That's very impressive, though.
Isn't it?
Very impressive.
Really good.
Yeah.
Okay, roll race it is. Just to recap, the Corvette Z06 is a friggin' weapon. That is essentially a hypercar these days.
3, 2, 1, go.
Bye-bye, Z06.
No, he's just lighter.
Oh, it's close, though. That is a phenomenally fast car.
Woo! What a car! What a car!
Wow. These two vehicles. Wow. Wow, wow, wow.
So, that answers that, but it doesn't fully answer why the Ford GT is worth over $1 million now. Let's see if James can figure it out.
I didn't know what to expect from this car. And obviously I was slightly afraid of it. It is absolutely phenomenal. This is what happens when just pure passion goes into a car. And it's, you know, it's scary, and Willow Springs is a scary circuit. But the level at which this car communicates is next to, it makes an STO Huracan feel like an R8 Audi. Like the minutia of information coming through from the chassis. This car doesn't go around corners so much as it just puts them in a chokehold and taps them out. But it's not a big fighter, it's more of like a Bruce Lee. It's light, it feels so light. The weight transfer, the wheel slip, the understeer, the oversteer, the steering, the hydraulic rack is incredible. Come around this corner, drop to second gear, floor it. Third gear, fourth gear, the shift lights doing their thing. It's sensational, and it's not even, you don't even have to go crazy speeds at low speeds, just, you immediately feel special. It's not got a growl or a particular note. It's angry.
And it's loud. The Ford GT doesn't attempt to serenade you in the cockpit the way an LFA or a Ferrari does. It doesn't care. Ask it why it doesn't care, and it will join the Viper ACR in telling you to shut your commie mouth, because unlike Hermione Granger, it has sorted out its priorities. It knows what its strength is, its avatar-like connection to the driver, and the confidence that comes with that. From the tarmac to your fingertips, the level at which this Ford GT communicates allows the driver to extend their consciousness to every corner of the car. And without getting too weird, there's pleasure in that.
Yeah, everything it's doing, it's pouring information syrup into my brain. But it's like a warm molasses. It's so welcome. And yet somehow I have a chill and I'm just like shaking. I've still got fuzziness in my hands from the launches. That might be it. I might have a medical issue. So that could be unrelated. I don't know. What a car. So much power under throttle, and this has got all the upgrades from 2020, so that power was more readily available. 550 pound-feet of torque, and there's torque for days. Cut 2 tires, there's plenty of grip. That Akrapovic exhaust. It sounds brilliant in the cabin, outside. I thought that would be the downfall of this car. I do not take this for granted. Driving the Ford GT on Willow Springs, owned by one of the designers of the car, who just out of good graces lent it to us to make this film. I mean, what a legend. It has all the excitement of an Aventador with way better shifts. It feels more special. Dare I say it looks more special. This is so ridiculously good. You have to go to a BAC mono to get anything as thrilling. You have to go to a BAC mono. Everything else is just a car.
So, that's what over $1 million gets you these days. Let's see what, after markups, a quarter of that gets you. Okay, bear with me for a second. This is not the quarter of the price of the Ford GT, nor is it a C8 Z06, but this is the genesis. This is where it all started for the C8 Z06. This is a 458 speciale, and speciale it is. Okay, so I'm in this for a couple reasons. Number one, I wanted to drive it. Number two, I want you to listen to the sound of a 9,000 RPM flat-playing crank Italian V8. That is a song. It's just... When they were making the new Corvette, as we told you last time we drove it, they wanted the clinical speed of a Porsche GT2 RS and the soul of a 458. Let's see if they're on to something. Last time we drove this, we drove it on the road. And you can't really push a car like this on the road. Remember that sound? Listen. There is some 458 in that, no question. It sings, but it sings a slightly different song. It's like it's in a different key. But the sound is still just so special. I got free reign of the Z06 with the traction control turned off at Willow Springs. This is a car. It is one hell of a car. It doesn't nearly feel as light as the 458, and I'm sure it doesn't feel as light as that Ford GT. But the grip is crushing. It's unbelievable. It's so confident. This car is a full step above the base C8. The performance, the speed, the grip, everything is just one level up.
In almost every metric, the Z06 drives like a tribute to the greatest sports cars. But like Queen going back on stage without Freddie Mercury, as good as the rest of the band is, there's something missing.
Yeah, the biggest Achilles heel of this car is that there is no steering feedback whatsoever. I'm just not getting any communication from the front end. It's frustrating because otherwise, the fact that this can do road service so well, it's comfortable, you can cruise in it, it's got every amenity that you could possibly wish for. and then it can crush on a track like this with performance and speed like this. It's missing the one thing. It's missing that communication. It's missing that engagement from the front end. But if you can get over that, or if you just don't care, this is one of the most amazing cars that's come out in a decade. To the whole team at Corvette, you guys have done an unbelievable job with this. Truly, truly great car. We're not gonna go drive that Ford GT now. Okay, so I said a little go in that.
A little go,
It is absolutely incredible.
isn't it?
Like absolutely stunning to drive.
And I hate saying it because it's so unattainable. It's
Yeah, I
so
know.
bloody expensive.
Yeah, exactly.
Speaking of which, what a flex bringing out
What's up?
a 458
See
Speciale.
this is dream car material for me. That was a meet your heroes moment. I've
Yeah.
been waiting years to drive one of those, and it absolutely lived up.
Well, we theorized when we drove the F8
Yes.
that for the naturally aspirated engine, if it feels exactly like the F8 in every other way, that's the car we would want.
Which it pretty much does.
Which it does.
Yeah, no, that is a stunning car to look at and to drive. It's
Yes.
just delicate and beautiful. And this, honest to God, this is not me being a shill. I know they benchmarked and like, we encrypted the soul of a 458. It genuinely has the same kind of sauce that does.
Well, that benchmarked this and this. They
Yes.
bought the Ford GT team,
That's
bought
right.
one of those, an actual 458 Speciale, to work on this. So
Yeah.
it is the father of these two cars in some ways, in a lot of ways.
Yeah, in a lot of ways. Just what an unbelievable trio sitting here.
They all have their kind of like strengths,
Yeah.
right? Like, we'll get to the beauty in a second.
Yeah.
But the way this handles its chassis to the way it puts down the power, I have no issue with this V6 versus a V8. I don't miss the V8 at all.
No, fair enough.
And then
I
you've got
agree.
the Ferrari, which dances, and the shifts on that are so exciting.
They're so fun.
And the sound,
Yeah.
And then you got this, which is the baby version. It's not matched. It's not matched.
No, but like to be fair, that is the speciale,
Yeah.
and this is like the whatever carbon thingy,
Yes.
right? These are both like hunkered down, hardened versions. This is a road car.
Based off the Stingray. Like
Yes.
there's a range of these.
No, and it drives so nicely on the road. The ride is unbelievable. It's got all the stuff on the inside.
Yeah, you can't daily this.
No.
The storage,
What storage?
there isn't. There
There
just isn't.
It doesn't exist.
There's air vents and you know, buttresses.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've used that correctly.
No, that's
And
it.
then-
You nailed it.
Yeah, it's a work of art. And as much as this came close, I don't know a Z06 owner that wouldn't give their left leg to own one of these instead. I
You're
think everyone,
probably right,
For the same
yeah.
money, everyone would make that trade.
Yeah, you're probably right.
This
No,
is the more desirable car.
and I think it looks just shocking in real life. It's
Yeah.
so low, right? It has that low Ford GT thing that they're supposed to have, right?
And the drop it does. and
Oh, the
pickup.
drop is so cool.
Even the headlights look like art.
No, I know. It is just such an unbelievable vehicle. And you get, like, they're worth so much money now.
What's money though, you know?
What does it even mean?
What's money?
But like, I get it. But it's so desirable as a car. Everything about it. All the interior, like the steering wheel is so cool. And the seats with the pedals that don't, the seat doesn't move. The pedals come towards you.
You pull the lever and the pedals go whoop.
It's just, and the doors go up.
I know.
Like,
you haven't hit
what
your
do
head.
you want?
You haven't hit your head on these doors as much as you
No,
do.
I haven't, because it doesn't have the thing here that
Yeah.
cuts into the roof,
When
right?
we filmed the previous generation Ford GT, Thomas had a red mark on his head the whole day.
I literally
every
walked
time
in
he
the
hit.
car. Yeah.
All right, so where are we at here then? What's
Well, like in terms of visually, I think the Ford GT is the most exciting.
yeah?
I think this is the most beautiful, and this is a totally acceptable, like in between, like visual design. For the money, you're getting a really special looking car.
Yeah.
But I've said it before, and I'll say it again. I think that the Z06 doesn't look as good with the Z07 package.
With all the aero.
I think it looks better with like just a little bit more toned down.
But you get the carbon fiber wheels.
Yes, and the
And
two R's and
The same, by the way, the same people that make the carbon fiber wheels on the Ford GT.
yes, I believe that everybody kind of gets them from the same spot.
Yeah, there's literally, it's monopolized.
Yeah, apparently, yeah. No, these are just a brilliant set of vehicles, and like dream car everywhere.
Everywhere.
Everywhere as
This
far
was-
as the eye can see.
This was an incredible day.
Incredible
and
day.
you know, we play big on Throttle House. We make it look fancy with Karston's amazing editing, but really we are a small team,
Yeah.
and it's thanks to owners. You know, this is from a press car, but these two are owner cars, and that owner was one of the 3 people that designed the car.
Yeah.
And this owner just has a massive passion for this car. So it's a thanks to them and all the owners that have ever helped us make this stuff happen. So we're really grateful.
And thanks to you for watching so that we can continue to find a reason to come down here and film ridiculous videos like this. That was a sappy ending. Isn't
No,
that
I was
like?
going to say, if burly men like me cried, I would be crying right now. But I just
Quick, go to a conclusion.
I'm
quick.
drenched in masculinity. Don't laugh.
To many, the new Corvette is as confused about its identity as James is. Is it an Italian copycat exotic? Is it a homegrown American sports car? Is it a budget 458? Well, we raced the Speciale and the Z06 just for fun, and yeah, they are pretty much matched. But perhaps it's best if you try not to think too hard about all of that. Enjoy it for what it is, an amazing sounding, high-performance mid-engined experience. One that we suspect will be very quick around our home track when we set a lap time this spring. So even though it's not an insanely exclusive investment, the naturally aspirated engine mounted behind the driver and razor-sharp driving dynamics elevate it to a level of American sports car held by only one other badge.
The Ford GT. Fewer than 1,500 will be made by the time it's finished its 6-year run that started in 2017. And from an MSRP perspective, the Ford is worth every dollar more than that Corvette from behind the wheel, and those that have driven one should count themselves among a very lucky bunch. It's not something that we're going to forget anytime soon, because from the moment you close that door, you discover that it's much more than just a rare rolling piece of art. It's a visceral, memorable, potentially life-altering experience.
Of all the cars currently on sale, the Ford GT earns its place as America's champion. It's a nameplate founded on flipping the bird to European performance. And call the Ford a bad influence, but having now driven both of these cars on the same day, on the same track, in the same desert, we think the new Corvette Z06 stands proudly beside it on the podium, sporting a wry smile, slowly raising its middle finger as well. Thanks for watching.